Namaste Om. Welcome. And thank you for your presence immensely. Now, you want some help? You want some help understanding where the suffering comes? I'm going to point you to where the true helper is. There's something within you that is always keeping you safe, secure, infinitely living, infinitely being, and allowing you to wander off and experience and become a singular individual thing in an absolutely beautiful, glorious, majestic universe, an earth. You are an earth being, but the one inside is universal. I'm pointing you to the one inside. How to form a relationship with the one inside. Yeah? And initially you have to be separate. Like you're separate when you go and worship Buddha, or Krishna, or Shiva, or Christ, or your priest, or your partner. There's two, you see? You have to become two before you merge as one. It's not possible. So you're at the perfect starting point when you think you're separate, when you think you're one, when you think you're an individual human. And the difference between finding truth and not finding truth is wanting to find truth and not wanting to find truth. Many are quite happy. And it's not their time, you see. It's not their time to find home, true home. So you have to form a relationship with the one inside. And to form a relationship to the one inside, you have to go inside. You have to open a door and go in. So what do you have to do? You don't have to do anything, do you? You know, when your mind says, well, you know, how do I get inside? That's the clue, the obstacle. And mind comes in every uniform and says, well, yeah, remove the mind. Yeah, meditate. Go through this optional billions of ways from everyone that seems to know the right way to meditate. So, to meditate, what are you doing? That's the question. To meditate, what am I doing? Don't go and look up books on meditation. Follow any other particular one's meditation practice. Ask yourself, what am I have to do to meditate? Because you're no longer looking at the outside world. You're not looking at YouTube how to meditate. Yeah, let's refer to Popsy's video. I'm sure he tells you to meditate somewhere, how to do it. And you realize, no one is telling you, no one can tell you, how do you meditate? What am I meditating for? Any question, any answer that comes is not the true answer. The true answer is, I want to meet. I want to meet this one. Yeah? How do I meet? What kind of meditation do I do to meet this one? Mind is always trying to come up with another question. It's always trying to come up with another alternative or a hurdle, another question. How do I do it? How do I meet myself? And then it plays this stupid mind and says, that's ridiculous. You're already yourself. And you go, yeah, that's right. But something is missing. Mind's coming again. Mind wants to keep you acting. The more you act, the more you do, the more you experience, the chances are you'll stumble on it. Every single thing is good cop, bad cop. Even the flower, good flower, bad flower. Even the human, good human, bad human. All at the same time. The mind decides to pick out, today, this flower appears to be a good flower. And then tomorrow, this flower appears to be a bad flower. The flower is a flower. The human's a human. But there has to be a particular preferred side you have to go on. That's what mind says. No, you have to go on one side. There has to be a way to meditate. And then there's no way to meditate. So true meditation is to accept the questioner and realize that the question is always leading you back to the questioner. The one inside never questions you, absolutely adores you in whatever you do, absolutely loves you. There's no questions. Doesn't know when you're bad or when you're good. Always knows that you're absolutely true to it. So the moment the questions stop coming is the moment this one hello, I'm here. And the moment you dive within. How to remove the questions, you see? How to remove the questions. The mind is always questioning. Well, the minute you look for an answer, the question has to be there. And as Yuji Krishnamurti says, there's one way. There is no answers. There's not even the one inside. This Popsy guy is speaking nonsense. There is no answers. The minute you realize there's no answers, you stop asking questions about anything. Because if there's no answer, there can be no questions. Yuji is amazing. And it's a perfect way. But the mind will come and say, yeah, no more answers, no more questions. And then 5 minutes later, how come I feel so bad? How come I always get this headache? Question. You're looking for another answer. Doesn't matter if it's your head that's looking for the answer, your mind is looking for the answer, something wants to know what is taking place. Yuji Krishnamurti says nothing's taking place, there's nothing happening, there's no one talking, he's speaking truth. So you have two ways to do it. You remove all the answers, and every time a question comes, not going to get an answer, no point, get on with it. Eventually the questions will stop coming and you'll just get on with life and live out this life in whatever state you are meant to live out this life. You may live out this life in pain and suffering and illness, but it wouldn't matter because there's no answer. It's just happening. It's not happening, and whatever appears to be happening, I can't do anything about it because there's no answers. One way to do it, remove all the answers by ignoring the questions, ignoring every question. Yuji's way. The other way, inquire. Inquire within the question and ignore the answers. You see? Ignore the answers. Is there any difference? How do you inquire a question? Yeah. The question comes, how come I have a headache? Whatever answer comes, not true. The answer is in the question. Okay? Whatever answer comes is not true. Whatever answer outside of the question comes is an imposter. It's not true. It's not true. How come I have a headache? Probably because the heating is too high. Probably because it's a time of the month. Probably because I spent 5 hours in that noisy train. Probably because, probably. It's assumptions. Answers are assumptions based on the knowledge of your human upbringing, your conditioned mind. Okay? So the answer that comes is no answer. So we still have the question is still alive. How come I have a headache? Okay? And the question, the answers that normally come, the answers that pacify you, the answers that make it worse, the answers that make you feel bad about yourself, the answers to blame others, none of these are true. So, question is still there. How come I have a headache? That's the answer. Who is I that has a headache? And who is questioning this I that has a headache? So the answer is in the question. Once you inquire about the question, and this question can only be answered by the one that you trust the most, your Sadguru, yourself. So this question has to go within. If you have a question outside of class and the teacher is inside of class, you write the question down, yeah, and you knock on the door, teacher says come in, and you offer the teacher the question, and then you leave until the teacher knocks back in and says whatever the teacher is going to say. But whatever the teacher says, you're not going to accept, because you left the room. See? So when teacher comes in, it offers you the answer back. You don't take it. You simply sit in front of the teacher, and together the question disappears. There was no need for the question, you see. You only wanted to meet the teacher because you love the teacher. And you realize that you become the teacher, and the teacher and you become one teacher. Lesson over. Question: how do I have a headache? realize who is asking the question. Who is how? Questioner experiences pain. The pain appears to be for the questioner. Yeah? The one that has recognized the pain. Get that? But when there's a need to understand the pain, understand the purpose of the headache, and understand all the things that come with this, you inquiring to the pain is the teacher, you ask the pain, why are you here? Pain doesn't answer, does it? Pain doesn't answer. Pain is a great teacher, doesn't give you any answers. So pain is saying, you're not going to find the answer with me. I can't speak. I'm here. It's up to you. If you want to find out what I am, where it came from, and what purpose it's here, you have to take your own question, put it inside, and give it to Sadhguru, and realize that you, the questioner, are not the pain, and you're not the I. How come I has a headache, or have a headache? There's three. There's the questioner, there's I, and there's the headache, the pain. Which one are you? Which one are you? The questioner, the I, or the pain, the headache? That's the answer, you see. The answer is within the question. Every question. The questioner cannot be the answer, but the question reveals the answer when no answer comes. Namaste. Johnny on.